the situation in this planet, what I can do, and I will be unit with all this different technology together to be helping our beautiful planet to be safe again, and also for our generation can be beautifully healthy and beautiful spirituality, and also could be a beautiful way without manipulations. And I am wishing a beautiful future for our planet and beautiful life for all living things. This is the first, I am just using that as water is spring water. And all the productions is what we are now that from the highest spring water, which is in Spain and in Turkey. I have already in the mountain, I am taking the water directly from the mountain, which is the highest than 1000 meters. So I take this water and I just, the ionized water with the mineralizations. Highest mineralization means that I'm charging with the mineral which is from the nature again. With these mineralizations, which is the water becoming as a water, not a liquid. Because the moment when I am charging, of course, that I have a systems. This system is with the beautiful vortex systems. I use that vortex system, and also same time, of course, that everything is with also the mental. Mental means you just use that all your total power, what you have, that what your knowledge and your aim and your feeling and everything, and you create the one systems, which is this system is immediately take the actions, which is the what I use always, that with pure water, with the excellent mineralizations, and with my knowledge and my intelligence. So that means is human intelligence, human feeling can do lots of things, which is what you can use. But important matter is I do know the molecular structure, which is the water. I do know the water, because the water is not only just when you are drinking the water, just you take the water and then you see the water, this is the water. This is actually, for example, the bottled water is already not the water, because only just liquids, because they take everything out, all the mineral out, and then because of the algae and because of the water will be exposed in 1 year. But which is either water, when I make the water, which is no limitations. That means is you use that water forever. That there is no any kind of the water becoming not algae, become that crystallizations. So that means is you have to know the knowledge for the water, and you have to feel the water, and also you have to know that how the water affect. That's why I create the different type of water, but only from one base, only one from one keys. I just manage the water to make clean the water, to clean the soil, to clean the air, and also against the we call that against, to stop to reactions, which is that fire reactions, and also to stop the not to crystallization for the snow. So this is mainly, I am just felt it, and I discover water has beautiful soul, and water has beautiful opportunity, and water has, when you not misusing the water, water is excellent equipment and excellent intelligence to make every kind of solution. That means is water is not only we know the water, we see the water. The water has all kind of energical level. Water has all kind of informations, and this water also is excellent interpreter, which is excellent dimensional energy for the another galaxies. This is the water that which is what we are even drinking every day, this is the water that only just communication for the other planets. That means is everything is water can take all kind of energy and all kind of information, and you can give with water all kind of information also. That's why if I was only just talking this way without the showing with the water what water does, of course that it was very difficult for me too to explain. But now I don't explain, I just do after I explain. Sometimes it's very difficult to, of course that we have not time for that. I can explain chemically, I can explain physically, I can explain many things, but I want to just explain all the orient. Without chemistry, without knowledge, without everything, people has to know. Water has beautiful information, and water has beautiful, excellent intelligence, and water also is transmission for many kind of duty, which is what we have here. The water in the planet is only the which is our beautiful energy. Without water we cannot exist. And also we are in our body has 76-80% water, I mean organic liquid. But important matter is to understand, if we do take just one glass of water, and that make you energy, that make you intelligence, that make you everything. But only water just when you drink. But if you know have the knowledge in the water, if you really know of the water, I am talking about if you really know the water, that means when you as level like when you are speaking with the water, that means is totally different. That makes big sense. And you can just not order the water, you can wish from the water, you can totally organize the water and to make the energy different type of beautiful duty, different missions. So that's why I am trying to make everything possible with only water, nothing else, just the water. With the water all these four elements can be balanced. So that's why I fix, that means I already made the water for the four elements to be balanced, to make the origin again. Actually is water life means that which is water has a movement and vibrations. That means is water has to be breathe itself, which is the with vortex way. Water have to regenerate itself with the vortex. Vortex is beautiful energy in the ocean and the sea and also the river and also waterfall made also that with the movement, lots of different movement is lots of different vortex. Vortex is beautiful energy, and this system is bring all kind of ionizations. That ionization which is what we call new vibrational energy, and this magnetic field they make all this kind of beautiful regenerations. That means all this water when is not moving anymore, this water become immediately which is algae, and water is tired in himself. Then when water is become tired, when water cannot take any more energy, and water cannot create any more life, and water need immediately for the another vibrational energy and ionizations. So what we are using, for example, in the city water coming from the raw, and then from the top, and we use that without any vortex. And also without vortex, vortex has opportunity like in the spring water. Spring water has lots of different movement, different vortex systems, and also with the vortex which is iceberg, and that area is created, which is the bottom of the fresh water, is making all this vortex and make all the oceans. There is in the ocean so many different water coming with the vortex. That means is the vortex, if you can do, this is vortex is made from nature always. But we can also able to make the vortex. With this vortex, we can re-energizing the water, and this energizing water make a beautiful energy and beautiful cleaning system for this all the different items. For example, there is also the vortex which is nano vortex. We call that macro vortex, micro vortex, and nano vortex. And most of them, nano vortex is always that movement which is the on the sea we can see, we cannot see, but it is always there. There is some movement, there is some vortex, and also with the vortex we can have lots of beautiful opportunity, and vortex is also making very incredibly taking the from ground to mineral and mineralizations to be water. Water need all kind of different activity, different mineralizations, different charge. That is the with the vortex you can charge the water, and this is the vortex. With the vortex you can ionize, and this is most incredible the method which is came from original from the nature. This is now that, you know, when I take this one, the water, for example, I make that, you know, this the vortex system without using any kind of the material, which is that I don't use that technique as like a mechanic system. I use that, you know, this vortex system, which is the what you are seeing, that with the different minerals. Different mineralization, that which is the magnetic field. I make the magnetic field inside the water. Water make already vortex in, and the vortex is cleaning totally, which is that, you know, the also the ionizing the water. But what we know always, the vortex, the always in the past and the classic systems, they are using only just for the which is from the aim. Aim means mechanical aim, but vortex not only just with aim, that you make also that movement vortex totally with the mineralizations. So I do know the how that, you know, to make the vortex in the water with the mineralizations. So minerals is what is the actual minerals is from the nature. That minerals is only just very deep, 20,000 meter in the mineral down, because those mineral is only just not staying there, but when the minerals is coming the top of the earth, the people, they don't recognize that minerals. So I really understood the earth. I really like I felt it, and I just, you know, they discover what this minerals does. And I just first charged the water after many years, maybe more than 25-30 years. I am just in this vortex system with the mineralization. That's why it is very important, without using that any kind of vortex machine. This is the which is you make the nano system, nano vortex, which is how you do. And also that you are expanding the water, and you are just molecularly when the water is breathing, and also vortex start. Vortex start, which is I can make any water with vortex, and only with vortex I make all the flocculant, all these sediments, all this, which is I am separating from polluted to original water with the vortex systems. That's why I am adding the minerals to make the systems, and also you have to know the idea, and you have to know the water knowledge, and you can just adjust yourself to be with the water, and you can be oneness with the water, then you can understand and you can make it. But after this, when I make it the water, This is the today I have lots of different products in this planet. Everybody does after me. When I give the water, they can use the water immediately to clean the water, to clean the soil, to clean the air, everything. But important is, I understand this your questions too, that how the first vortex is, how the first ionization. What I believe today, when we have received all this bottled water, is not the water. Bottled water, only liquids. And what we are taking from the top, only liquids. This is not the real water what I am talking about. This is not also from the spring water only, who has that opportunity, who has that energizing power, and who is the excellent charge for the human body and for all these living things, which is from the spring and from the deep spring. I can tell today, for example, when is today is raining, tomorrow is not water come. When today is rain, goes directly 10 years, 20 years later, that water coming to the up again, because they have to manage all this, goes down and then vortexing and cleans himself and then come back. But what we do today, we receive from the immediately from the rain directly in the barrage, and then we have lots of water tanks, and we have lots of storages. From storage, from the rain, we take immediately, we give it. But the water not already for the drinkable. Water is not anything energized. Water just we take it from the tank and we just bring as a liquid. Water has no life. Some drinkable water or usable water has to be rich mineral in it. Well, rich mineral is like a magnesium, potassium, all kind of irons, and which is life needed. And this kind of this is not for the heavy metals, which is minerals. That minerals make the life back, because all the minerals what our body need, and also the trees, also the all kind of the soil need that mineralization to bring another life. I mean to grow up lots of different plants. That means is without, for example, without iron, without potassium, without nutrients, you cannot grow anything. And also without mineralization, you cannot have that energy. And energy comes from the mineralization. That energy is minerals. Also, please, minerals not the rock. Minerals inside. And I can tell you also here, there is a bore. Bore is, you know, I have, for example, when the bore is boron, when boron is 16 borons, then when the 16 boron is too much for the drinking, too much also for the agriculture. Boron has to be, for example, 4 grams, at least that, you know, the up below the 4 grams. 4 grams also dangerous, but 3 grams, 2 grams is okay. But when the boron is little bit higher than, which is that as normal, and all these trees will be totally damaged. This is the mineralization, high mineralization. This is mineral. The boron in, you cannot take the boron, even the 1% boron in the planet. So I have the system. You can do boron 0 also. I can take boron, I can take the salt, I can take the all kind of different heavy metals from in with the systems. What kind of water is without anything? That means only liquids. When also that you need some radioactivity in the water, even the 1% or 2%, which is without radioactivity, this is also not so good. Radioactivity, but when is the more than 5% radioactivity is not so nice. I'm talking 0.5. That will be not so nice. That this is what I am saying. Ionizations and mineralizations has to be, some standards has to be in it, and then you have this mineralization make the water vortex and water ionized. This is the charging the water. That is the charged water is the rich drinkable and rich usable and rich for the agriculture. That which is the actually what we need. The name we call that water. Of course that, we are two different level. One is the physical level, another one spiritual level, which is mental level. So mental level, without decision, you cannot get up from here. Impossible. You have to give the decision yourself, and you have to. The water has a soul, and you have also soul. You contact with the water. You love the water. That's why the motto was trying to saying that, when you live, when you want to just, when you spoken good for the water, respond you. Whatever is. But important matter is today, water take from your energy. And water also feel that you love. Water also feel that what you are giving. And water can be killed, water can be healed. There is no deadness, but I mean, this is water can be healer or totally is opposite. But important is water has this opportunity. Water really has a soul.
Yes, and also when you talk to water,
yes,
it's like if you talk to you.
Yes, absolutely.
The
water is you. Yes. Actually, water you, and water has no limit. When you are in the water, water is encapsulating everything without any permissions. Water is you. Inside you the water, outside you the water. Water is that why water can talk to you, you can talk to water. Not the way which is the word way, but we feel the water, and water feels you too. This is most important things that, which is what the connection we have. So, why I was connected? Because I have no afraid. I have no operations from nothing. From electric, from fire, from anything, and I don't receive any kind of wrong and false energy. When I receive very emptiness, when you are like a empty, like a trees, like a very, very empty. Empty means that which is very receiver, and then you receive everything. Your sixth sense, seventh sense will be more opening. Only just, our sixth sense, seventh sense open only when we are walking on the seaside or in the forest. But you can open your sixth sense with million people inside, because you don't have to isolate yourself from the human. You are oneness. You are with all this that you can be open. That means you can open your feeling, your sense with the water too. You can talk to, the trees. You can talk to flowers. When you give the flowers love, flowers immediately respond you. And water same, animals same, humans same, everything, rock is same.